want to know, how can we get the most out of our wedding band? We want them to be playing at 110%, and obviously they're going to turn up and do their thing, but there are things that we can do to help, right?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it goes without saying. If a builder or electrician turns up to your house, you offer them a cup of tea.
Mm-hmm.
It takes. It doesn't take much to offer the band something when they arrive.
Sure. They've been kind of travelling all day and packing their gear in.
This is it. People often say the band are only playing for a couple of hours, but they've got to load all the gear in. They've got to drive across the country. They've got to load all the gear out. It's hard work.
Mm-hmm.
A bit of food, some soft drinks. It's really, really simple, but it makes a big difference.
Cool. I guess it helps as well. If you give them kind of some room to wind down, maybe somewhere to change, so they're not in the mix of everything that's going on in the day.
Definitely, a band will feel awkward if they've got to sort of hang around at the wedding party.
You don't want to feel like a loose end when you've turned up. And
they're usually, dressed in,
in the civilian
clothes. Yeah, that's it. And if they've got to hang around feeling a bit out of place and feeling awkward, so it does make a difference if they've got somewhere. And believe it or not, a band will need to warm up.
Sure.
They've got to just get ready to play. They're not going to come out 110% from the first song if they've not warmed up. So just somewhere for them to be able to do that makes a big difference. It really, really does.
Cool. I think another thing that you can do to get a bit more out of your wedding band is to trust your band a bit more. You book professional, so letting them do their thing and not trying to be too hands-on with the set list and that kind of thing. What would you
definitely say about that? Certainly the majority of bands that we book and deal with, they do this for a living. They're doing this 3-4 times a week.
Their set list is a refined art that they know how to get people on.
They know how it goes, and again, I'm going to refer to like the tradesman, the electrician, but you're not going to stand over an electrician and tell him how to do things, But
sure.
A band know what they're doing, so definitely let them do what they.
I guess it can be difficult sometimes because you spent kind of that much money on the band and you want it to go right. So you want to be really hands-on and picking songs and like, can you play this one first and play this one last and move around. So what advice would you give to couples or people that are booking bands to step away a bit?
As all bands will have a conversation with a couple 3 weeks beforehand, maybe even more than that, but they'll have a bit of a chat. And again, they do this all the time. They know when to bring out Mr. Brightside. They know when to play certain songs and how it's going to work. They also know what song to play to the audience. If, for example, if everyone goes crazy for Sex on Fire, as cliche as it is, and it's been all the time, that they're going to love,
sure.
Mr. Brightside afterwards or whatever, and things like that. The band might play a Queen song early on, and everyone goes crazy, so they might be able to pull out another one, and that they'll adapt it like a DJ.
Okay.
But also, they want to include the couple's favourite songs or stuff like that. So it is a case of, hey, we like this, we don't like that. That's
just to get an idea of your preferences and that kind of thing. I guess at the end of the day though, you're going to have hundreds of guests there as well that are going to want to enjoy and have a good time, so you have to kind of cater for them as well. On the night then, if you want to get a bit more out of your wedding band, what would you say in regards to timings? Because obviously if the band goes on too early or too late, they may have either missed the boat where people have missed the party, or if they go on too early, people might not be ready. Do you think there's a kind of opportune, perfect time that a band should go on, or does it depend on the wedding?
Every event is different, every wedding's different, and at the end of the day, again, trust the band. Mm-hmm. They'll get a feel of what's going on, what state the guests are in, and come at the right time. I generally advise about 9:00 as a good time. If they're doing 9 till 10, a bit of a break, and then 20 past, 10 till 11:30, that's my preference.
So you say two sets,
not
sets.
3? I think I prefer 2 sets. I think it flows better.
I guess if you have 3 sets, that's 3 times that they have to get everyone back on the dance floor when they've gone back out to have a drink or have a chat or whatever. And you're making it harder work for the band that you've booked and that you want them to fill your dance floor at the end of the night.
I always feel, and I performed in the past, and I always feel that the first couple of songs of the set are getting people back on the dance floor or getting them on there for the first time or getting them. And now, if you've paid for a band a considerable amount of money and you want everyone to be dancing the whole time, you don't want 6 songs essentially to be warm up. You want them, so I feel, and if the band will do it straight through, if they'll do 2 hours straight, not all bands will, but some will, cool. Do it that way, definitely.